Well, for all students, we're responsible for raising their fees, accommodation fees, nursery fees, anything that they will owe to the university, we will raise an invoice for. I work in the income team, which is also responsible for getting in any debts that are unpaid, and we have a treasury function as well that collects the fees. So we have a counter service that students can come and visit us at if they have any problems or want to discuss any issues that are arising. We're open normal working business hours. Students can come along, pop down to see us if they have any problems. If they require an interview room, we have some available so they can talk to us in private as well. Students usually come to us when they've received a letter from us telling us that they owe some money that perhaps they weren't aware of, or maybe they were aware of but hoping that we would forget about. Usually with nurses it's accommodation fees or nursery fees, because we don't charge tuition fees, they're all paid for by the NHS. I think for first year students the issue is usually that it's their first time away from home, and it's the first time that they've had responsibility for budgeting, so they're finding it very difficult. Obviously they're in a new city and completely new experience, and they're probably concentrating more on the academic side of things and the social side of things than the financial side of things. So often things come out the blue and they come to us when things have become a problem, rather than at the start of the year when they can maybe set up a payment plan that would be better for them across the whole of the academic year. Well, certainly we would refer students to other areas within the university. Our main responsibility is collecting the money, but we also have a department in student services called student funding, which would offer them bursaries or scholarships if they're qualified for them. If a student was in real financial difficulties, there are short-term loans that the university can offer them. And there's also the Student Union Advice Centre, which can deal with any issue. They're very good with debt issues and also with housing issues and things like that. We did have a student come to us recently who was in one of our most expensive types of university accommodation, and we liaised with the accommodation office to see if it was possible for him to move to cheaper accommodation that was more affordable for him, more suitable given his circumstances. We also have quite a few students coming to us who have nursery debts, and we just set up repayment plans where they can pay. Because it's constantly being incurred on a monthly basis, we can allow them to pay a little bit extra each month rather than have the child thrown out of nursery and cause huge problems for the student. We'd be quite flexible in setting up payment plans for those students. It's a very difficult line that we have to walk actually between retaining the student at the university and getting the money in that the student might owe to the university. The university increasingly sees itself as a business, and obviously it needs a regular income to keep going, but we need to ensure that the students have satisfaction with their course, satisfaction with all the services that are offered from the university as well. Obviously in finance we need to balance giving a good customer service to the students, but ultimately getting the course fees or the accommodation fees from the student. Come to the open days, have a look what's on offer. All of the services will be available for you to talk to, and you'll know more what's expected from you and what you can expect from the university. Then when you do sign up to the course, if you anticipate that there could be any problems, sort them out straight away. If you think you're going to get into debt for any reason, or you can just anticipate there being a problem, say in the second term, if you haven't got your student loan through or something like that, sort it out as soon as possible. It becomes a problem if you leave it, if you bury your head in the sand, which a lot of students do. Often they come to see us at the counter on the day that they're due to hand in some coursework, trying desperately to settle any fees so that they have access to the systems to be able to do that. But if they did that a week or two earlier, when they first had notification that there might be an issue there, then it would never develop into a problem.